So it's at a very high level. I've said before, it's like we don't want to, be sim citizen. We don't want to have too much micromanagement in terms of control. That's not, the type of game we are.
Thank you so much and welcome to Dragonmore Gaming, where we give you the control to play the way you want. With such an ambitious project that is Star Citizen, there would be so much to do, and I want to be there to try it all and help you with quick guides so you can play the way you want. So here's one of my favorite CIG devs, Tony Zervik, to introduce a new Dragonmore Gaming show.
The intent ultimately is to give the player the ability to direct their crew when necessary in very, very broad strokes, but to avoid defocusing the game and injecting too much micromanagement. We don't want to become sim citizen.
Welcome to Sim Citizen, a show dedicated to give you more free time through the understanding and providing of quick and easy to use guides on NPCs and base building in Star Citizen. Ever since Tony Z uttered the word Sim Citizen, I've thought about how cool it would be to manage my own NPC trade empire or build a base or a whole player town in Star Citizen. So challenge accepted, Tony. Let's talk Sim Citizen. I wanted to start this first inaugural show based on the recent 2017 CitizenCon announcement and panel about base building. In this inaugural episode of Sim Citizen, we take a look at the Pioneer, the concept ship announced at CitizenCon. If you're not sure what I mean, check this out.
Allow me to introduce the Pioneer.
A game changer, they called it, and they are right. Colonizing planets sounds awesome. So a pretty cool commercial to get you hyped, right? I know I certainly am. But wait, so they had a panel, right? So what is the official word from the devs? Like, is this real? Is this really happening? So I watched all the CitizenCon presentation, and this, my friends, is the part that I think that everybody should pay close attention to, as this is going to be huge.
So where the ship fits into the game is a mid to long-term ship. It's for building and placing outposts.
Yep, it's real. Officially from Todd Pappy himself, the Pioneer is a base building ship. Confirmed, we will be able to own our own land and build on it. And the Pioneer will be the ship to help us build these outposts among the stars. So here's what we know about the Pioneer. We know so far that it's 200 meters long, which compared to the, that's the Caterpillar's 115, a Polaris not shown is 150, and an Idris is 230. So it's right in that cap ship size range. But the next question is about the crew. So we know it's a cap ship, but it has to be crewed, right? By people, by individuals, or NPCs. So here's Todd Pappy again to tell us how.
The thought process behind it is that this is for orgs or for a single player that wants to run AI.
A single player with just AI, that's what this show is all about. So with Sim Citizen, we want to understand, so what does that exactly mean? So how many NPCs can you have? So how much does it cost? What all can they do? So that's what this show is going to give you updates as they're available as far as what NPCs can do and how you can use them in the game. So the next thing you need to know is that, going back to the Pioneer, the ship itself, you need to find a place to build these outposts. So that's what you're going to need the Explorer ships for. So they've called them support ships for the Pioneer, but they're really just the Explorers, like the 315 Origin, the Anvil Terrapin, and the Carrack. So you got to find a place to settle down with your Pioneer. Okay, so once you have a place, now you can build your base. So the Pioneer, in the Q&A that was done following CitizenCon, we learned a few things about the Pioneer. We learned that the size of your outpost can be 48 meters by 48 meters by 5 meters tall. We know that you can't stack your outpost, can't make double-deckers or skyscrapers. We know you'll be able to build larger things like landing pads for your ships to land on, though they'll be persistent, not quite the spawning and despawning like some of the hangars and the landing pads do now. Building on asteroids, which sounds really cool, is likely, not confirmed, but depending on how they'll handle the coding for the asteroids, maybe with voxel tech. Outposts can be disassembled and moved, not just straight picked up and placed, and won't be 100% of the materials because the devs have said you'll have to, quote, collect additional resources. But which, I mean, makes sense because it's not like you could simply pick up a concrete foundation and move it. So I understand that. The outposts will be persistent, meaning they can get attacked. So you might need more static defenses for kind of lower security areas. You can. So one of the other questions that was asked, very important, I think, which is, can you make space stations with it? Now, listen to the responses. So I'm going to read this to you guys. The exact words are, quote, Pioneer will be a terrestrial outpost builder, meaning it will not be able to make space stations, end quote. Now, the way they phrase that, it makes it seem like there could be player stations, and it would just take a different type of ship to be able to make them. So again, something very exciting that I can't wait for, and I'm going to continue to do as part of this show is to say what can you build and where. It's going to be super amounts of fun. Lastly, they did mention that the initial size of the claims are going to be 4x4 kilometers or 8x8 kilometers, so pretty wide amount of land. And as of the latest anniversary sale that Star Citizen has done, we now have the ability to get land claims. So we'll be doing a future episode specifically on the land and what all you can do with that. So that's what we know of the ship, the Pioneer, currently. So thank you guys so much. So subscribe for more Sim Citizen in the future that will go over all sorts of aspects as far as base building NPCs as it becomes available. And if you want to be the first to know how to manage your own NPC empire or how to build your own outpost in Star Citizen, also sign up for our mailing list at DragonmoreGaming.com for the advanced tips and step-by-step guides as they release more Star Citizen base building content. Thanks for watching.